You are listening to Cairns FM 89.1 K-pop Korea. I am your host, Shein. So, Zara, what motivated you to go into acting and music?
Well, that's again a very big question. When I was growing up, I always loved everything creative. I loved playing dress up with my sister, my younger sister. We would often wear these really cool dresses and pretend we're princesses or pirates or mermaids when we'd go for a swim in the pool. So that was fun. And I think this sense of play when I would put on a costume, you could be a different person. You could also experience different lives that way. I think that is what sort of motivated me to get into performance. I was also really into drawing. Like I would always scribble everywhere, often on the walls. My parents didn't like that, but I'm sure they're really happy now because I do lots of painting, I do lots of graphic design, and music was actually a different story though. I never liked music. Sheehan, imagine 7-year-old Zara, like with a guitar, and I thought, Mom, why do I have to do this? This sucks. Can we stop, But it wasn't until I was about 13 that I just suddenly wanted to play music. And I think that's because my sister got a keyboard and I maybe was jealous of her getting a keyboard. And I thought, Mom, why didn't you get me a keyboard? And so she got me a keyboard. And ever since then, I've just played piano and it's my favorite instrument to play. And I just began to really take singing seriously, so that I took my singing lessons. So I think that love of performance, that love of playing pretend and having fun and experiencing different lives, but also of just creating something out of nothing, that joy that I found in doing so was what motivated my acting and my singing career.
Now let's talk about K-pop. So, who are your favorite K-pop stars?
Well, a little tangent. I discovered K-pop when I was 14 years old. And before then, I thought it was super weird. I was like, this is so strange. Like, why are people into this? But as I started to get into it, I thought, this is really cool. I noticed the work ethic of all of the idols. They were just amazing. Rehearsals, singing, dancing, performing. And they would do that for hours on end to perform really well for everyone in the audience. And I thought that's dedication to your craft and to your art. So that's why I've come to love K-pop. But some of my favorite K-pop stars, I really love EXO. They're my favorite band, I would say. I won't tell you my bias. That's embarrassing. But I love EXO. BTS, obviously, very talented group of individuals. SF9, I've stanned them since I was 14. So I'm really invested in their careers. Yeah, those are just some of them, but there are lots of really talented groups. So if you don't like K-pop and you're listening to this, just go and give it a try. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's really good. So have you been to Korea?
No, and I'm so sad that I haven't been to Korea. I've been to Japan, but different cultures, so they'd be completely different. But I would definitely love to visit South Korea when obviously I'm allowed to travel again. That would be so awesome. It's definitely on my bucket list of places to visit.
All right, so if you go to Korea, what would you like to do?
So many things. I'd love to go on the trains. I just have a thing for trains. I don't know what it is. Public transport in Australia is whatever, but I think definitely better in Japan and Korea, I've heard. So I'd like to go on the trains. It's such a weird reason to go to a country. I want to go on the subway. But I also would just love to walk through the local marketplaces. I'm sure there are so many interesting people, so many interesting food and exchanges, and I think it would be really fun. Going to festivals, that would be lots of fun. I think just the whole sort of cultural experience. But I think going on my own, I wouldn't know what to do. So if I had a friend that I was going with, we could probably come up with ideas of what to do. So yeah, I definitely want to go.
So do you have any favorite Korean food?
I do. So I'm going to try and pronounce it correctly. Jjajangmyeon. Someone's applauding me, so that's good. Yes, I really love it. That's black bean noodles. Is that correct? Really delicious. I had them one time at this lovely local Korean cuisine restaurant, and I thought these are awesome. So I love eating them whenever I get the opportunity.
Yum. So can you say some Korean languages?
네. To everyone listening, 여러분 안녕하세요. 저는 자라입니다. 반갑습니다. 사랑한다.
That's really good, Zara.
Is it really?
Yeah. So you're live on Cairns FM radio. So people from all around the world are listening to you. So would you like to say some encouragement words for them, in particular those who are locked in due to COVID?
Yes. My heart goes out to everyone who's currently in lockdown right now. It's not an easy thing, especially if you're by yourself. And for all of those who are locked down by themselves, or if they're locked down and they feel lonely even when they're with people, I just want to encourage you that this season will pass and there will be opportunities for us to engage with people again, and we'll never be able to go back to the way things were. There will always be that difference in the way that we live our lives, but there is hope, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and there are so many great resources for us to be able to engage with. If you need help, there are people you can call, Beyond Blue, Headspace, all of these wonderful resources available. So please know that there are so many that want to connect with you, want to communicate with you, and that even us here at this radio station, live on Cairns FM89.1 K-pop Korea, want you to know that you are so loved and that we are thinking of you and you can make it through this.
Thank you, Zara, for joining our interview. Hopefully one day we'll see you on a big stage with your hobbies and all your dreams.
Accepting my Oscar.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, thank you, Zara.
Thank you, Sheehan.
All right, now for another song break, let's listen to SF9 Mamma Mia.